White House administration says Julia Pearson's resignation is in the best interest of the Secret Service. I'm Francesca Page, and this story tops your Newsmax Now update. The Secret Service director had been under mounting bipartisan pressure to step down after a fence jumper made his way past agents and deep into the White House. She took over the agency back in 2012 after another scandal involving Secret Service agents and prostitutes in Colombia. Joseph Clancy, a former special agent in the Presidential Protective Division, will serve as the interim director at the Secret Service. And now, Omar Gonzalez, the man accused of scaling the White House fence and making his way into the presidential mansion, pleads not guilty to all charges. A federal court is in fact ordering a mental competency review, but Gonzalez's defense team is opposing that measure. Charges against Omar Gonzalez could put him behind bars for a decade. In Oklahoma, Alton Nolan is being ordered held without bond in connection to the beheading of a woman and stabbing of another. 30-year-old Nolan could face the death penalty if convicted. He was released from the hospital today and was turned over to authorities. Alton Nolan has pleaded not guilty to the attacks near an Oklahoma City suburb. ISIS was the topic of discussion between President Obama and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House today. Israel's Prime Minister told President Obama that Iran still poses a greater threat than the Islamic State. He says a nuclear-armed Tehran is more dangerous than militant Islamists in pickup trucks. This is the first time the two leaders have met since the 50-day war between Israel and Hamas. Texas Governor Rick Perry is addressing concerns that at least 5 children came in contact with a man diagnosed with Ebola.
But let me assure these children have been identified and they are being monitored, and the disease cannot be transmitted before having any symptoms.
The Republican governor and potential 2016 presidential candidate says his state is certified and ready to combat the virus. A Kansas court has ruled in favor of Democrats and says they do not need to have a candidate on the ballot for the U.S. Senate seat. This after their candidate dropped out of the race against 3-term Republican Pat Roberts. A panel of 3 judges decided that state election laws do not require Democrats to fill the candidate vacancy. In North Carolina, a federal appeals court ruled the new voting law may disenfranchise black voters in a 2-to-1 ruling. North Carolina decided to suspend parts of the Republican-backed law that prevents same-day voting registration. This law also voids ballots cast outside of a person's assigned precinct. That's your latest Newsmax Now update. Now back to New York and the Steve Malzberg Show.